Larry Oliver with Indianapolis Rehabproperty.com here at West 26th Street. This home is close to downtown Indianapolis, very close to IUPUI, Marion College, and Ivy Tech, among some other ones that are scattered around downtown, good student housing potentially. This property has an after-repair value of $65,000 to $80,000, depending on a couple of things that you do with the rehab. Those are the comps in the area. I want to point out a couple quick things on the outside here before we move inside. The siding on this property is in immaculate shape. There's not really any pieces missing. It's not damaged at all. It looks clean. Probably some power washing up there on the porch area, but it is crispy clean, as are the soffits and the gutters. You're missing some downspouts, but that's about it. The roof on this porch area needs to be replaced, but the roof on the main part of the house is in very good condition. There's a small leak on one side that I'll point out on the inside where you can see where that is, but this property altogether in pretty good shape. Also, I'll point this out on the inside, but notice the windows, and we'll show them to you as we move through. All the windows have been replaced. Now, some of them have been broken by vandalism, that sort of thing, but I'd like to point out that they are still the new vinyl replacement structure, and replacing that glass is a much cheaper solution than have to rip out a window and put a new one in. So here we are in the front room. We were just getting right outside there by the front porch. This would be the main entryway, just sort of a living room, whatever you want to call it. I want to point out over here, let's look at these windows. Again, brand new windows. These are the ones that open up and pop out, double hung, thermal windows. Every one of these is like this. Worst case, you're getting a piece of glass cut from the hardware store, saving tons on that. Look at the, in this room specifically, drywall and trim. You'll always hear me point that out when they're in good shape, because you'll spend a lot of money patching drywall, replacing drywall in these type of areas. The trim's in good shape. Another example of a window that's been broken, but still the newer type of window. You'll need a door here. The floor is a nice new laminate flooring that was put in, and that does not need to be replaced. It's in good shape. The floor is solid level, it's ready to go. We need some trim. Apologize in advance, this room's a little dark, but this is your first bedroom, one of your bigger bedrooms. It's got two walk-in closets. It's got the new windows. This carpeting needs to be pulled up, but the floor is sound structure. Again, there's nowhere in here that we're seeing any holes in the drywall, ceiling is all in good shape. This actually is a fresh coat of paint, doesn't even need to be painted. We'll move into this other room. This room is just another main area room. It's not really a bedroom, it's kind of a dining room type situation. There are a few small little chunks out of the drywall, but for the most part, that's just mud and patch, fresh paint, ceiling's intact, fixtures are here, and then there's a bathroom in here. Hopefully we can see that. This would be your half bath, needs the toilet and sink and so forth, I believe. That'd be your downstairs bathroom. We come in here, take a step down. Here's bedroom number 2, big closet over there. Again, I don't see any major drywall issues in this property. Here's another example of a good window that won't need to replace. Oh, there's a spot right there. But again, that's a quick fix. You don't need to get a sheet of drywall. You got that. That's a pretty easy fix there. This house has relatively high ceilings, which is always a good selling point. We'll move into the kitchen. The kitchen, as you can see, this is probably the bulk of the work right here. Needs new cabinets in the whole 9 yards. High ceilings, got a little bit of a leak up here. You'll see the source of this on the second floor. We'll show you. Probably just a couple missing shingles, or there might be a vent up there that's not tarred correctly. But most of this is in good shape. You've definitely got some drywall work over here. The floor could stay. This floor is new. So let's take a look at this laundry room, and then we'll move upstairs. I point this laundry room out for a couple of reasons. Number one is it doesn't need a ton of work. It's got your hookups for your washer or dryer and washer, some extra plugs, drywall's okay. It's got tile on the floor, which is still in good shape. There's not one cracked tile in the mess. And it is not always that you find properties in these type of rental income areas that have a separate laundry room. You even got a little bit of like a broom / utility closet here and then the threshold. Just one extra thing that kind of makes a difference in this property. Now let's go ahead and go upstairs. So here we are in the upstairs. This is sort of a game room / landing / loft. Could be used as an extra bedroom, depending on how things wanted to go. The drywall is in good shape. That leak that I mentioned earlier, right below here, is that spot in the kitchen that I showed you. And you can see there's got a little bit of water running down this wall from probably this crease in the roof. The roof is in good shape. We've been up there, we've looked at it. It must be some little issue with the ceiling, the seal up there. What you do see here, this is water damage and mold. Now I want to tell you, mold is the new lead-based paint. It's not that big of a deal. This specifically, I've become a bit of a mold expert over the years. This mold is not the dreaded black mold that everybody's worried about killing everybody and being this huge problem. This mold is a fuzzy, sort of, kind of like the molds you see on fruit when it gets sits in a basket for too long. This is not a big deal. You rip out this section of drywall, you bleach the crap out of the wood behind it, you slap it back on there, you're in good shape. This is not the dangerous, horrible mold that we hear about on the news and radio. And here's the bathroom. This bathroom needs some work. It does have the tub. It'll need a sink and a toilet and some drywall repairs. But overall, not bad. The light and the fan are still up there. Drywall is mostly in good shape. Electrical wires are still there to work with. Plumbing's in good shape. And then this would be your third bedroom, where you've got a big-sized closet, pretty good shape. I don't even know if you could probably get away with just cleaning this carpet. The drywall's fine, doesn't even need to be painted. This room is one of the better rooms in the house. Rents for a 3-bedroom right here, specifically because it's so close to campus, you really could get $750 to $900 easily in a house like this because there's a couple extra rooms. You got the loft, you got the dining room, you got the living room, the bedrooms are big, the kitchen's large, it has a laundry room, so you really can demand a little bit extra rent in this one. Purchase price of this property, $21,000. Rehab is an estimated $23,000. Like I always say, depending on who you are, you can get that done cheaper. If I was doing this rehab with my crews and I was getting in here, I could get this thing done for probably $16,000, $17,000. But I always estimate a little high because I realize some people pay better, more or closer to retail prices for their work and for their parts and so forth. But good deal. You could be in this property for way under $50,000, have a good $20,000 to $30,000 equity in this property, cash flow like a son of a gun. This property, it does not need that much work. It's big things. It's a new roof out there. It's some address to the furnace and HVAC and so forth, and some drywall repair, and put a kitchen in, and you're done. That'll wrap it up for this property on West 26th, downtown Indianapolis. Remember, IndianapolisRehabProperty.com. We've got the deals. Check us out.